Chelsea Physic Garden, established in 1673, was originally a place to grow and study medicinal plants. Today it is a botanic garden that celebrates all types of plants, even psychoactive ones. Examples of psychoactive plants you can see at the garden are tobacco and cannabis. Before coming to Chelsea Physic Garden, we had some ideas about what psychoactive plants were, but we soon discovered that.
Before, I thought they only referred to stuff like drugs.
And I thought it was only like the typical plant like cannabis.
Cocaine, heroin, and nicotine. Well, nicotine's not really a drug, but...
That basically just got anyone high who took it. That's pretty much it.
Obviously, I thought only doctors and drug dealers only used the psychoactive plant.
People that were more vulnerable, maybe people living in poverty that wanted an escape from reality.
I knew that in some rare cases, it will be used for medical purposes. And I also know that like the common thing is that people who are sad or want to look cool take it as well.
Psychoactive plants are plants that alter the mind in the way you think, as well as feelings, consciousness, mood, and your behaviour. Did you know that psychoactive plants are used everywhere, and that we use them on a daily basis? We might even use them more than we realise.
I didn't know that caffeine was identified as a psychoactive plant because it looks so innocent just in everybody's tea and coffee.
Most people drink it on a daily basis, several times a day. You wouldn't really think that it would be a psychoactive plant.
Yeah, I drank tea a couple of times.
I had a psychoactive plant this morning in my tea.
Oh.
I have one every day.
Yeah.
Why do people drink tea and coffee?
Well, maybe it's because they find it tasty, and especially if you're in Britain, you're gonna really love tea because tradition.
I like the taste of caffeine. I tend to drink it quite a lot.
So once I had 2 Red Bulls. I wasn't supposed to have them, especially. I can't even have one, but I had 2. We move on, and I went home, and my mom offered me a cup of coffee, and I couldn't say no. And then I had the coffee. It was double shot. I didn't know that. So when I had the coffee, after 5 minutes, I was just so energetic. I couldn't sit down, and I got really bad anxiety. I just felt like I ended up going for a run because I just had so much energy that I couldn't stay in the house. Everything was just making me go dizzy. I went for a run for an hour actually. That was the longest run I've ever been on. And then when I came home, that was 9 p.m. That happened at 9 p.m. And when I came home, I still had energy. So until 5, 6 a.m. I was awake. I couldn't go to sleep. I still had energy. So yeah, I have had too much caffeine that affected me in a negative way, I guess. Yeah.
Too much of everything is always bad.
Some examples of psychoactive plants are coca, tea plants, tobacco plant, and cannabis. The most popular psychoactive plants are tea and coffee. The most deadly is tobacco. The dried leaves of the tobacco plant are used in mainly cigarettes, cigars, and pipers. Tobacco contains a highly addictive stimulant, making its consumers very obsessed.
How would you feel if I told you that tomatoes, aubergines, and potatoes also have nicotine in them?
I'm quite surprised.
I would be really shocked, really, because I knew nicotine was such an addictive substance, and then yet a lot of people eat them for their 5 days.
Do you eat potatoes, aubergines, or tomatoes?
I don't eat aubergines, but I eat the potatoes and tomatoes, yeah.
Okay. Have you had a tomato, aubergine, or potato before?
Yeah.
Did you get a buzz from nicotine?
No.
Why do you think that is?
Maybe because the amount of nicotine in these vegetables are quite small. Psychoactive plants are used for different types of reasons all around the world. Plants like cannabis and the opium poppy are used in hospitals medicinally for various reasons to help treat patients as well as everyday products, such as coffee, tea, and energy drinks. They are also used for recreational purposes or fun, and over the years have been used in ceremonies and rituals. Psychoactive plants contain substances such as caffeine, nicotine, and THC. They have these so they can protect themselves from harm or to increase their chances of being pollinated. It also protects themselves from attack by insects, grazing animals, fungi, or bacteria. From tea to tobacco, there is a huge range of psychoactive plants. The effects of these psychoactive plants vary depending on the type and consumer.